Hi, it's Lucy Griffiths and I'm going to share the pros and cons of launching a paid subscription group with Facebook. Hi, so we're talking pros and cons of a paid subscription group. So the pros are that it's Facebook. There are 2 billion people using Facebook every single month. And that means that you can access and leverage this platform. And that means that you can really tap into that audience. And there are so many people on the planet who are interested in what you're doing. So they might join your main group, your free group, and then from that, they'll join the paid subscription group. So that's the benefit of it. And also with many paid subscription groups that aren't on Facebook, they're membership sites, very often people belong to them, but they don't actually use them and go to them because they're not really on the platform and they have to remember the login and the password and all those things. When it's a paid subscription group on Facebook, they don't need to do any of that. They're just there, which is fantastic. That is, the great thing about it. And so that is one definite benefit, that they can easily go to the platform and they'll get notifications about posts and they can join and participate on a daily basis. The other benefit of it being a Facebook thing is that, Facebook, it's a pretty trusted brand. Yes, there's been some complications in the last year or so, but it's a trusted brand. And so Facebook go out of their way to be honest and reliable. So that means the payments, the what it's all about. So you have to make sure that you're a trusted brand too. But obviously, you can share your content, share your ideas, share your knowledge in videos and workbooks, and it works really well. The other benefit of being part of the Facebook brand is that, they can do the marketing for you because they believe in your success. So they will talk about your stories and share your stories on bigger platforms, which, is a really great way to go. So it means that you can, when it comes to talking about yourself, when it comes to being at events, it gives you that credibility factor because you're connected to Facebook. So that is a really big deal and it really, really helps. The downsides of being part of the Facebook thing is when I was beta testing, it meant that I was part of the process. So I couldn't decide the day of launch. Facebook decided that for me. I couldn't decide exactly when it was going to happen and how much I wanted to charge. Facebook basically gave me a sort of a rule of thumb of how much to charge. So those things were definitely downsides, but I decided to be part of Facebook and to be doing this was too big an opportunity not to take up. The other downside is that because Facebook and the algorithms and groups, it might mean that people aren't seeing your group as much and that they might miss out on a post or some information. So it might be that you have to tag people or make sure that your content is really getting the comments and the interaction that you want it to get and be seen. When it comes to being part of Facebook, there are downsides in the fact that Facebook owns your content. So it might be that they shut down your group or they shut down your master group. And so all of those things could lead to complications. But actually, by being in this process, it's more likely that you're going to have Facebook on your side. So there are many more positives to doing this with Facebook, but you do need to make sure that you have backup copies of your workbooks, of your videos, so that everything is not just on the Facebook system. You have a backup. It's still your content, and when you lose a group, you don't lose everything. Not that that's going to happen, but you need to have that backup and reassurance. So when you're thinking about your Facebook group, you want to make sure that it's a content that people are going to be interested in and that you can sell and upsell from your main group. So make sure that there's enough interest. Do market research to test to make sure that people want to be involved and want to know what you're up to. Also, make sure that your main group has a searchable title so that it's good content that people are interested in and want to know more about. So this is the Online Entrepreneur Studio, which is my paid Facebook subscription group. So you can just get a flavour of what it's like. So some of the downsides of it, I would say, are that the modules look pretty flat and boring, if I'm absolutely honest, and I would definitely want to change that. So if we look at the units, so for each different topic, you can't do as much colour and make it as exciting as I would want to, you know. So say I'd love it to be like flashy colours and really interesting and be able to have videos in each section, so each unit could be more interesting and dynamic. So we've got lots and lots of content in there. There's masses of content, but it's just not that exciting looking, and I would rather it have an image there so it looks more exciting. Some of the other things are that, you know, with the algorithms, that the way that on Facebook, it's harder to get the engagement that you once had because all of Facebook groups, the reach is down. So although, you know, it's a small group, it still doesn't have the engagement that you want. So how do you pay for this? So I'm going to go to my main group. So the studio, the Online Entrepreneur Studio, is like my closed subscription group. So this is the subscription group, and then this is like the mother group. So it's like the mothership. And you can only join the paid subscription group if you're a member of my main group. So basically what happens is you would then go down, and let's look at this post here, and you would essentially click, see where it says about, this is, you know, the find out more, here it is, and here's the free trial. So you basically click, and up comes the video.
Hi, it's Lucy, and I'm so thrilled that you've joined this community, because we're going to make this space so fantastic for you to be able to learn, create videos, and embrace video, put it at the forefront of your marketing strategy,
and
of
so
course,
then,
make your
you know,
brand
and so
that you
then
are seen, heard, and paid.
And there's the group.
I can't wait
and
to
so
get
then
to
you
know
can
you
visit
more.
the group, and there you're in. And so essentially, that is all you need to do to join. Payment is through Facebook. So it started out when it was through Apple, but now it's through Facebook. And essentially, you get paid, and I get a payment into either PayPal or into my bank account. I've chosen my bank account every single month. And you upload your details for payment just in your personal profile, and they want to know your details so that you can add that in. So it works really well from that point of view. You get paid once a month, and Facebook just, you know, the check goes in. So that works really well. Some of the other things that are the downsides, you can't necessarily choose when you want to kind of do like a free week for someone, or you want to try and, you know, do a launch strategy and have like open and then closed. So, you know, with some membership groups, you can like open for 2 weeks twice a year, and then you'll close the rest of the time. So you create that urgency, you create that interest factor. And with this model, it's continually open, and it's harder to navigate in that way. So it's not so easy to market. And definitely, I would say, from a point of view of marketing and creating a membership community, you have more flexibility and more leverage when you do it like yourself, and you create it on your website using WordPress and a plugin, or going with Kajabi or something. But doing it this way, and obviously being part of Facebook and beta testing in that way, has offered me enormous opportunities. Facebook have paid for me to go to trips to Dublin and to London, and lots of networking opportunities, lots of really big opportunities, because I've been beta testing this. But it will be interesting to see what happens over forthcoming months, and whether, you know, this is seen as something to roll out. But it's definitely, from a beta testing point of view, it's a really exciting opportunity. I hope you've enjoyed these tips and you find them helpful. If you have any more tips, I'd love to hear them below, and any more ideas about building a subscription group, put them below, because you know I have seen enough of them being in the beta testing to know what groups work and what groups work less well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye bye.